What if the people who were supposed to protect you kept choosing someone else again and again? Today's story asks, AITA for cutting off my parents after they chose my sibling over me one last time. Let's get into it. I'm a 22-year-old female, and I have an older brother who is 25. Growing up, it was always clear who the favorite child was. My brother. He was loud, confident, and always in trouble. I was quiet, responsible, and tried my best to keep the peace. But no matter what happened, my parents always defended him. If he broke something, it was just an accident. If I made a mistake, it was a disappointment. When I got good grades, they said, "That's expected." When my brother barely passed, they threw him a celebration dinner. I told myself it didn't matter. I kept working hard, hoping one day they'd notice. When I turned 18, I got accepted into a university far from home. I was proud of myself, but my parents told me they couldn't help with tuition because they were saving money. A few months later, I found out that money went to help my brother buy a car after he crashed his old one while drunk driving. That hurt, but I stayed quiet. I worked 2 jobs, studied full-time, and paid my own way. Fast forward to last year. I graduated and landed my first real job. I finally felt stable. Around the same time, my brother lost his job. After getting into a fight with his boss, he moved back in with my parents. Again. Then came the final straw. My parents called a family meeting. They told me they were struggling financially because they were supporting my brother. So they asked me to move back home and help pay household bills. I asked one simple question. Is he helping too? They got quiet. Then my mom said, "He's going through a hard time. You're stronger. You can handle it." Something inside me snapped. I told them I loved them, but I was done being the backup plan. I refused to move back. A week later, my parents sent me a long message saying I was selfish, ungrateful, and tearing the family apart. My brother called me and said, "Stop being dramatic. This isn't about you." That night, I blocked all of them. No calls, no messages, no contact. It's been 6 months. I feel guilty sometimes, but I also feel free. So Reddit, AITA for cutting off my parents after they chose my sibling over me. Top comment, NTA not the asshole. Your parents didn't just show favoritism. They made you the responsible one, so they could continue enabling your brother. You didn't abandon your family. You protected yourself. Another user said, being the strong one is just another way of being used. One more comment. They didn't ask your brother to grow up. They asked you to sacrifice. Again, setting boundaries is not cruelty. Walking away from emotional neglect is not selfish. Sometimes choosing yourself is the hardest and healthiest decision you can make. What do you think? Was she wrong, or was this long overdue? Comment NTA or YTA and subscribe to AITA Stories for more real Reddit drama.